We're gonna get the play session going. So we're leaving our dogs again.
For 5 days, and we're leaving them with my parents this time. Y'all might remember we normally leave them with Jason's parents. So it's gonna be my parents' first time watching our dogs or ever watching Canine Corsos.
So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting because they've had dogs their whole life. They're great with dogs.
Yep.
But they've never had a guardian breed. They're gonna be great with Kara's parents. With Babs and Dennis.
We thought it'd be helpful to share with you all some of the main points, guidelines, if you will, that we're going to share with my parents that maybe you all could use.
Some good rules to follow when somebody's watching your guard dog. My number one rule, nobody's allowed in the house but the people watching the dog.
Correct.
You know, I don't trust anybody else coming in the house, how they're going to react, especially since Bruce is very protective of Justice, and now Justice is becoming protective of Bruce.
Right.
Nobody else is allowed in the house because I don't want anything to happen.
Right, and really at the end of the day, Jason and I are equipped to understand these guys enough to know how to handle that situation, but for my parents being new here, even for your parents,
Yep.
we would tell them, no visitors, let's just not put you in that situation, right?
Exactly. Number two is go over how you handle pack hierarchy with whoever's watching the dog and have them follow that pack hierarchy to a T. Now, with us, it goes me, Kara, Bruce, and Justice. It means that I'm first in the pack, then Kara, then Bruce and Justice. So Bruce leaves the house first. Bruce walks in the house first. Bruce gets handed a treat first. In the morning, Bruce gets pet first. Bruce gets handed a treat first. Bruce gets handed his plate first. Now, when her parents are here, they're going to follow the same exact thing, but I'm fine if I let Bruce walk out before me, if she lets Bruce walk out before her, because they understand the pack. They're not really going to understand the pack dynamic now because it's different. It's the first time her parents are watching them. So we're going to let them know too, before they let Bruce out, if they're going out in the backyard, for example, they walk out first, then Bruce, then Justice.
Sure. I want to point out too, in addition to that pack hierarchy, with that, they also, with Jason and myself, they look to Jason mostly when we're all in a room together for instructions or commands. So with my mom and dad, I am going to appoint my mom as that main leader. She's going to come before it's going to be Babs, then Dennis in this scenario, because my mom really is the one who wants to be the one being the caretaker. Now, that doesn't mean my dad can't command them or do all the same things the way that I do, but we want them to know who's first in line that we're going to look at for instructions.
And I feel like your mom watches the channel, right?
She does.
So I feel like your mom really understands the dogs, because she watches the channel.
She does. She watches everything you put out.
Yeah,
so.
I love that. I love how our family and friends watch our videos, because you don't see that a lot.
And your Aunt Joanne too.
My Aunt Joanne, who's like 80, she watches the videos, and I really love it. I think it's very sweet and endearing.
What's happening?
We got two angles going. These guys are like having the time of their life.
Plus, they don't always get to play in here.
They never play in here like this.
So this is very special. And we're in here with them while they get to play. This is normally the nap room for them. So this is fun for them. All right, next one. I guess I think it's important to also just establish what your typical commands are.
Yes.
I don't think that's too basic, honestly, because everyone uses commands a little bit differently. So let's just lessen any confusion. Whatever your go-to simple commands are, write them down. That way they have a reference point for what to use.
And if you can, go over with them in person.
Yes.
How you say it, how you do it, the tone.
My mom's voice tone isn't going to be the same as yours. Maybe it'd be closer to mine.
Yep.
But she does know how to get in there, lay down the law if she needs to. So we'll go over that with her.
Babs has laid down the law with me.
I guess she has. Yes, she has.
A long time ago.
Because of me. I'm the one that took blame for it.
So yeah, she'll be good with the dogs.
Yeah.
She kept me in line.
You'll have to tell her that.
She'll kept these guys in line.
She will.
So for us, it's going to be, sit, stay, wait, so you don't come in the room. If I got to go to the bathroom, I don't want them following me. I tell them to wait, and then they sit at the door. They don't cross that path.
She'll probably want to use a let's go.
Let's go. And then if they want to walk them, they can, and we'll just show them how to heel. Very basic stuff. Just the basics. And I'm sure the dogs will listen to them.
Yep.
And especially by day 2, I think they'll be really good with the dogs.
Yeah.
Next, I would say dogs are very structured in how they live their life and their routine. Now, us traveling, these guys are going to probably stop eating for a couple days, but no
one's going to be surprised.
But we want to lessen this transition as much as possible.
Which is why we do try to have someone come to our house.
Yes.
If we can. Yeah.
Yep. That's another thing. We try to have somebody come to our house. So we'll just kind of run down our daily routine. I start winding down at 5 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I'm usually in bed between 8:30 and 9:30 at night. I'm asleep, typically. So the dogs know that Kara feeds them around 6:37.
Yep.
So they know we'll try to stick to that basic feeding time and that wind down time. That way it's just normal and it's not changing them too much, because especially with Bruce, he gets highly stressed when we leave, and when he gets highly stressed, it could just affect your dog's health.
Right.
So we want to minimize everything as much as possible.
So we're going to give them the rundown on the normal feeding times, about-ish. If it varies slightly, that's fine. We'll make them aware of that. We'll make them aware of play times, right? Because we don't play as in 24/7 in this household. These dogs are used to winding down. They actually wind down. They have one evening play session, and then they go to their dinner spot. They legitimately have a dinner spot that they lay on the carpet, and they get ready to be fed. And then after they're fed, they go to the bathroom, and then they know they head to the living room. It's relaxation time. It's chill. We're all winding down. We're going to bed for the night. Might be a couple more bathroom trips, but their routine is really what they thrive upon. And so we will share that with my parents so they can kind of gauge as much as possible.
In the morning they go to the bathroom. Justice usually takes a poop first thing in the morning.
Yep.
Just kind of run down the basic.
Justice likes to go out to the bathroom a lot more than Bruce does.
Yep, just the basic trends and how your dog acts can really help whoever's watching your dog out. And lastly,
the feeding. Do you want to talk about feeding?
Feeding, no, because that'd be a whole separate video.
Okay, feeding is particular.
I feed a raw diet, you guys. If you want to know how to feed a raw diet, we do offer a raw diet masterclass in the description box below. And lastly, being guard dogs, these guys are 2 intact males. I'd rather be wrong in a correction than right. So we're gonna let the parents know if there's any type of weirdness between them, like if JJ or Bruce is kind of just walking stiff around the other dog or something like that. Break it up with a quick hey.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be wrong and correct them if there's any weird energy, because again, they're 2 intact males, and right now you can see how well they play together, but anything can always happen.
For sure.
So
we'll kind of give my parents a rundown for what that means with these two for weird energy, because it's going to be different.
Because this could sound scary to some people.
Oh yeah, my mom could look at this and be like, "Oh my goodness, they're growling," or she won't. But do you know what I mean? We'll give them the rundown for what is not normal.
So what if I see Justice or Bruce walking stiff or just kind of staring weird, I'll just break it up with a quick hey.
If I bring Justice or Bruce Wayne in from outdoors and one of them walks in and all their hair is standing up, I'm not going to just walk away and not pay attention. I'm going to make sure the energy is good. It could be the hair standing up because there's an animal outside, but I don't know if I didn't see it, so we'll pay attention to that.
Now, playtime, again, breaking it up. If it gets too competitive,
too much,
and you can just tell when it starts to get too competitive, and it's not even an aggressive thing. It's I'm trying to beat you, you're trying to beat me. It's like a game. When it gets too competitive, I'll stop it as well. And that's all a judgment call.
I'm sorry, it doesn't not get funny to me ever. I could watch this all day.
I think everybody could watch this all day. I could watch it all day.
It's the one thing that I say, although you have to take watching this breed so seriously, when you keep them in their own element, these two truly, in my opinion, are so easy to take care of. They truly take care of each other if we need them to. They will play with each other to the point where they're tired, where Jason and I don't even need involvement because they will tire each other out, which then gets them prepped and ready to eat their meals well, and then gets them prepped to sleep sleep and rest, which dogs do. So they truly look after each other very well. So to have a stranger, if you will, or someone else come in and take care of your dogs, because of the leadership and training that Jason and I have done, it makes it so easy, in my opinion.
Yes.
Jay?
And actually, lastly, don't favor the other dog over the other.
Yeah.
You know, Bruce gets everything first, but if you're petting Bruce for 5 minutes, pet Justice for 5 minutes after. You know, just so the one doesn't have any jealousy.
Correct. And that's something actually with my parents I'll take special note to, because Justice, the way his energy is he will, if you will give him attention all day long, he will
take
let
it.
you give him attention all day long. And I know that someone may just want to do that. Bruce isn't going to seek that out as much as Justice, which then could cause this balance, this issue between the two of them, a power struggle. We don't want that to occur. So we're also going to put in place, you know, making sure they understand, like, not to be coddling him all day long just because that's what he wants.
Yes. Because we have everything established with them. They knew their place in the pack, but
Right.
things are going to change.
Yep.
So that's just kind of our golden rules when we leave, and hopefully you guys can kind of take something away from that and it'll help you out. Just things to tell the person watching your dogs. It just makes life much easier. So we're going to the Cayman Islands. We have to go to a wedding. So we will be there from Friday until Tuesday night. So the dogs will be in good hands. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We'd love for you to join our fam, our dog squad. We have lots of different videos. We have educational videos, just fun, random videos, funny videos, just videos of these boys playing. Until next time, Bruce Wayne, Joey Justice, Kara Corey, and myself. We'll see you later. Peace.